Hey guys, welcome back to another Vlogoween. This is going to be the last scary story time I have up for you guys for this little Vlogoween series that I had going for you guys. I had more people that I wanted to come in, but unfortunately a lot of people do work during the week, and that's literally the only time I can get them in to come film with me, because on the weekends I've been swamped with family things and family parties and friends parties, and just so many things have been going on, and I'm legit gonna be swamped for the rest of the year. So unfortunately I wasn't able to have anyone else come in on a time that worked for me. The people that I wanted to have come in were some more of my tias and tios and my grandma, and they're in LA, and it's just I have a really tight schedule right now, so there's no way I could have, you know, gone and gotten everything up for you guys on a timely manner. So I am a little behind on my vlog, so hopefully I can get to finish them and probably upload maybe 1 or 2 videos per day at least, so I get caught up. The last one will be uploaded on November 1st. That way I can show you guys how my Halloween night went. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed this little series that I had going for you guys. I had a lot of fun filming it for you guys and having different people come in and talk about their experiences, so it was something definitely that I enjoyed doing. Today I am going to talk about an experience that I had myself. I wasn't trying to talk about this experience just because it was so crazy for me, and it was basically what was an eye-opener for me. I think a lot of the times I tried to find an explanation to everything that would happen. I would try to just justify it and go through the science route. And for example, sleep paralysis, with us, it's growing up, se te subió muerto, you know, like someone is, a spirit is haunting you and, you know, on top of you during night or whatever. And the scientific term for it is just that you experience that during REM sleep, and, you know, your body is paralyzed, like your brain wakes up before your body does, or vice versa, something like that. So I just always try to find a reason for it, and I just didn't, because if you believe in the good, then you believe in the bad, and I was just trying to not believe in the bad. So this happened to me a couple years ago. Once upon a time I had this friend, and basically this friend experienced a lot of paranormal stuff and would see things, and to me it was more of a, you might be schizophrenic, or I don't know, I was just trying to find an explanation for it. Until one night I was hanging out with my friend, and we were outside his home, and we were in my car, and he would always be like, you just think I'm crazy, right? And I'd be like, no, but in reality I was just like, there has to be an explanation for this. It's not that you're really seeing things, it's more that you're schizophrenic or something like that, you know? So I was just trying to not psych myself out and actually be like, okay, this thing is real. So one time we were outside hanging out in my car, we're just chilling, talking, and then he ends up saying that, I think we brought up that conversation, how he was like, you just think I'm crazy, blah blah blah, and he basically said, if you wanted to, you could see them too. So at this point I was just like, show them to me then, you know, show them to me. I want to say it was probably around 2 in the morning, if not later. And then out of nowhere I start seeing this kind of old man figure walking towards my car. So we were parked right in front of his house on the sidewalk, and I was on the passenger seat, and I just see this man figure, right, walking on the street towards my car. And he looked kind of off, he looked kind of weird. It was unusual for someone to be walking around at that time of the night. And I see this, as he's getting closer, okay, he looks bald, but he has kind of like this big head. He's hunching, and he just doesn't look human anymore. He was not standing up straight. It was just like a slouch, kind of like walking really slowly. So I was like, are you seeing that? And then he looks at me and he gets quiet and he's like, he gives me like this dead silence look, right? And then he was like, you're able to see that? And I was like, it's super windy outside. And I was like, what do you mean? Of course I'm able to see him. He's like right there. Aren't you able to see him? What do you mean, you know? And then he was like, okay, well, don't freak out. And of course when someone tells you that, you're gonna freak out. You're like, what do you mean? Why? What's going on, you know? And he says, don't let him know that you could see him. Don't show him that you could see him. And I was like, why? Like, he's gonna be able to see me. What do you mean? And he was like, don't show him that you can see him. So I start panicking. I start being like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, I was getting freaked out. And then he was like, don't be scared. He's gonna feed off of your fear. He's gonna know that you could see him. So at this point, I just like ducked down and I was like, I started crying and I was like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Oh my God. So then he passes right by the car, legit right next to my car. I could see him passing down right next to my door. So he's walking down and I kind of just try not to look, but I'm like looking right with the side of my eye. I was like, oh my God. And I'm crying at this point because I'm like, am I gonna freaking die? Like, what is this? So he's walking down and I could see him with this by the side mirror as he's walking just down the street, super slow pace, like nothing. And then he like walks away from my car and I start panicking again, like, cause I was trying to kind of stay calm somewhat, right? So he passes my car and I start like breathing hard and I was like, oh my God, like, what is that? I wanted to find some sort of explanation from it. So then he was like, that's a spirit roaming around. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, what do you mean that's a spirit? There's no way. Why would I be able to see a spirit? There's no such thing. And he was like, didn't you say you wanted to be able to see them? And I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, why would you do this? Like, why? Of course I didn't want to freaking see one. Are you fucking crazy? And I just start crying more. And then I look in the mirror because I'm trying to like keep an eye on this guy and make sure he doesn't come back. And I see him like literally he was just walking down, right? At this point he just kept walking further. He like busts a little bitch and he starts walking back my way. And I was like, oh my God, he's coming back. I start panicking even more. And he was just trying to calm me down. He's like, you need to calm down right now. You're showing too much fear right now. That's how they feed off of you. And I was like, oh my God, you're fucking, like, are you fucking kidding me right now? I'm gonna fucking die. Like, I'm gonna get possessed or something, you know? And then I was crying my eyes out because I was like, why am I experiencing this? And then he passes the car again. And at this point I had already calmed down a little bit. I was just like, Judith, relax, it's not real, it's not real, it's not real. And then I'm like watching him. He passed my car again. He's leaving and then out of nowhere he just vanishes. It's like he was never there. It's gone. And till this day I'm just like, well, what the fuck happened? Like, what was that? I try to say it was something human and I was just going crazy and it was late at night and I was being delusional, but at the same time I'm like, Judith, you weren't drunk. You were at an age where you can comprehend things. I was freaking like, I don't know, 19, 20 years old. I was not on anything. I don't do drugs or anything like that, so it's not like I could have been imagining shit. So then he tells me, well, you wanted to see it, you saw it, like, do you believe me now? And I was like, oh my God, no, I don't believe you. But I was just in denial. I was like, this did not just happen to me right now. There's no way. And there's other things that happened, but I don't want to get too into detail with those because this has more to do with this person's life than what it did with mine. I experienced things because of this person, but it's not my place to, you know, talk about this. There's people that are gifted and go through things, and I just wanted to, you know, let you guys what I experienced at this time, but I don't want to, unless I were to, you know, get his permission and talk about it, and that's another thing. But I just wanted to talk about this experience. Basically what was an eye-opener for me, and I was like, oh my god, these things really do exist, which is why I get so frightened at night even when I have my sleep paralysis, because then I'm over there thinking, well, this is not really sleep paralysis, there's a spirit in my house right now, or there's something trying to, you know, get my attention, or I don't know. So that's my story. That's what happened to me this one late scary night. It was going good until that happened, and after that I've just been such a weenie. I'm more terrified of scary movies now. I love watching them still, but I will not watch them by myself. I used to at least at one point be able to do that. Now I have to make sure that I'm not gonna stay by myself. I'm not gonna drive anywhere by myself, because I do get really frightened. I get really scared, and it just, like, I get scared thinking about it. So yeah, you guys, that's gonna be my last story for this Vlogoween. I hope you guys enjoyed it. The rest of the videos are either gonna be vlogs or just, I don't know, just some random videos. If I am able to squeeze in another scary story time with you guys from someone else, then I'll go ahead and do that. But I'll keep you guys posted. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Love you guys.